Well, good afternoon, freshman English students. I just wanted to touch base with you. As you've probably heard from most of your teachers, we'll be going to online learning. We will be using the Google Classroom. We are at an advantage over some classes because you are prepared for this. We have been using this platform throughout the whole school year, and we will continue to do so. So there's no worries there. Make sure you're checking your email and you're checking Google Classroom. Monday, we will get going with this. Those of you who don't have devices, we will be able to distribute those and making sure everyone's connected. I do want to talk to you for a minute about something that I actually heard last night, and it was actually an old quote, and it was actually talking about, if you can go back way back in your mind, to when television didn't exist, even before Miss Gillum. You know, there was no television, but I've always known television. See, I'm not as old as you think. But there's a quote from a early reporter, and he's talking about television, but I think it applies to the way we live our lives now also. And he says the television, that he refers to it as an instrument, that it can teach, it can illuminate, yes, and it can even inspire, but it can do so only to the extent that humans are determined to use it to those ends. Otherwise, it's just merely wires and lights in a box. And I think that applies to the internet too. There is a lot to be said for the things and the information that you're about to be able to gather from this computer. We talk about it all the time, the computer that you hold in your hand. You have a wealth of information and knowledge at your fingertips, but don't ever think that because you can push a button and find knowledge that you have that knowledge. We must continue to study and learn and absorb it and take it in. And that's going to be so important in the coming days. We probably will not be able to finish the novels that we were reading because we were in groups for our literature circles. I do not have access to each one of those novels for everyone. I'm going to work on that because I know I hate to have a story not be completed. So we probably will be revisiting that at a later date. But for right now, we're probably going to finish our poetry unit, and then we're going to pick up with a new novel. And I think the one I'm looking at, you're going to really like if I can get access to it. So looking forward to connecting with you next week. Thanks.